Hey guys, hey guys, hey guys, hey, 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 hey.
Hello, foodie booties.
Hey everybody, it's me, Zach. And you heard that intro correctly, you read the title correctly. I'm quietly sounding the alarm, like ring-a-ling-a-ling-a-ling-a-ling, on potentially maybe considering the idea of covering some foodie beauty content moving forward. If you haven't kept up with her, because I haven't posted anything about her on this channel in many months, probably, to be quite honest with you, even longer than the last time that I covered Amberlynn Reid, I am mildly intrigued. I am mildly intrigued. And also, I had to learn some things against my will in recent history, as in yesterday in my Twitch live stream. And I feel like if I had to learn about it, then the larger Zachary Michael Marie audience needs to learn about it. I do just want to provide a quick content warning that it's gross. It's gross. It's so gross. So viewer discretion advised. So join me today in a brief, just little itty bitty baby conversation about the one, the only Chantal Marie, Chantal Show, Foodie Beauty, Floppy Bobby, Big Beautiful Me, The Daily Chantal, Chantopolis, Chantal period, Chantal Al Rafe, which I don't know how much longer that's gonna be, but Chantal Al Rafe, Everyday Miriam, yeah, the one, the only Foodie Booty. Oh, I'm supposed to be quietly sounding the alarm. That was kind of a loud sounding the alarm. All right, so here's what you missed on Glee. For the past month or so, I think, Chantal, or possibly more. You know what? I ain't been in an even longer time a Chantal Marie expert. I haven't been an expert on her in a very long time. I've been very tangentially following along with what Miss Ma'am's been doing over on her channel. I watch Charlie Gold cover her, so these are the things I know. Oh, and then people from my Twitch community. They like to tell me about Miss Chantal Marie. But I don't think that by any means makes me an expert. But I do know for a while now she's been beefing with Saleh, who's allegedly her husband. She's been living in Syria with him, because if you didn't know that part of the story, I guess I probably wasn't covering her at all while she made her trip to Syria, because she came back to Canada because she couldn't stop running her fucking mouth in Kuwait. She just couldn't stop running her mouth. She did something with a cat. Where she was like soliciting donations for this cat she found in the streets. People got upset. This animal rescue in Kuwait got upset because they're like, girl, that's illegal. That's against the law here in Kuwait. And also, you just in general existing on the internet is illegal in Kuwait because you say a lot of really awful things on the internet, and that's against the law here. And so anyways, Foodie Booty got in trouble for that, and Foodie Booty had to flee. So she got her ass back to Canada. And she's like, I'm gonna be here for who knows how long. Hard to say how long I'm gonna be here, but I'm gonna be back in Canada. And that's when initially my ears perked up, because I was like, Chantal in Canada is a different story, divas. Like, if she stayed in Canada, that's content I might want to keep up with. That's content I might want to watch. But Miss Ma'am didn't stay in Canada, because what happened is weirdos on the internet said, we know where you live, we're going to contact your landlord, which is crazy. And I know we don't like Chantal, but like, I don't advocate for that. That's weirdo behavior. In 2025, we're calling out weirdo behavior, which includes all of y'all that are reaching out to her landlord. And so you know what that resulted in? For a while, she was only going live from her car in Canada. And then all of a sudden, one day she just pops up in Syria, which is where Saleh had to go and flee to, because his alleged wife, Chantal Marie, couldn't stop fucking yapping. She couldn't stop fucking running her mouth. And so he also had to leave Kuwait, because he was at risk, because Chantal Marie, the world's biggest toddler, put him at risk, which, like, I don't know, very much is giving play stupid games, win stupid prizes on both of their parts. Like, I don't know. I think Saleh definitely definitely got more than he probably bargained for when he first solicited this woman in Canada. But I digress. So she's been in Syria, okay? She's been in Syria living a real privileged fucking white woman life in Syria. Just really, truly showing her ass when it comes to, well, she's done that before. She's not literally showing her ass. Unfortunately, she has literally showed her ass before in the past, but right now she's figuratively showing her ass on the internet. And just like, what a surprise, right? And so anyways, now into more recent history, okay? Into more recent history for Miss Chantal Marie Chantal Show, Foodie Booty Flabby Bobby, is that she started fighting with Sala. And she's done it on stream. She's done some weird rages on stream. She said that Sala was like threatening her and she had to get out immediately, but she's also still there. She's been trying to fundraise money to get herself back to Canada, which a lot of people have questions about. I think she got Pete's, her old roommate and or partner. She got Pete's to start a GoFundMe for her to funnel in some money through that for her, but then people got that shut down. And so she's been trying to like figure out a way to get back to Canada. And I will tell you, actually, very recent news. I just literally went to her channel to see what she's been up to. Literally just today, she said that she finally did get approved for a villa. For a villa. So that's why I'm quietly sounding the alarm. I don't know how quiet I've been. I'm a loudmouth. But I'm quietly sounding the alarm because my conditions, I've said this on Twitch a few times. I've said this in some videos, I think, here and there. But my conditions for potentially covering Chantal Marie moving forward in the future, talking about her, anything like that, is that she has to actually move back to Canada. So I don't want to see her getting back on a plane anytime soon to go anywhere except staying her ass in Canada. She has to actually be divorced from Sala or like actually legitimately no longer with him, no plans to return to him. And what was the other things? Oh, I could go either way on this, but I'm of the camp that like I don't believe she's really practicing the Muslim religion. Not that I know anything about it. It's not my place to like judge how she's doing it, but I guess what I should say is I'm of the camp that believes that she's doing this for Sala. And so one of my like somewhat conditions I can go either way on, because if she wants to keep wearing the hijab and saying she's Muslim, great. But another thing that would really be a sign of it like being over, like stuff with Sala being over, is if she stopped wearing the hijab, because for me, I feel like that was something she started from the beginning because of him. But that's not to say that she didn't like come around and feel like the Muslim religion was like important to her and her faith and things like that. So those are kind of my conditions moving forward. So she did allegedly get an apartment. She is allegedly coming back to Canada. I do know she also just recently tried to get on a plane to go back to Canada, perhaps potentially without housing secured. Because if you don't know, I don't think she can live with Pete's, and it doesn't sound like any of her family wants to take her in, so she's really got to do this on her own. But anyways, what was I saying about that? Oh yeah, so she did try to get on a plane, and apparently she like fainted, got sick, fell ill, something, so she had to reschedule her flight. Now, that brings me to the thing that I learned against my will. And that brings me to the things that I learned against my will, divas. And what I learned against my will is there's a story about a ladle. There's a story about a ladle. Picture this. I am reacting to Crocktober crockpot recipes on my Twitch stream. Very low stakes reacting over there, okay? Very low stakes, like not serious, like we're watching some people make some maybe questionable things that have lots of cheese and dairy and soups in them, okay? So we're watching it and somebody in the chat goes, "You think she's got a poop ladle?" And I said, "Now what the fuck is going on here?" "What do you mean a poop ladle?" And they said, oh, Zach, that's a Chantal reference. And then I was like, I'm trying to think. I'm really racking my brain. And so then I don't want to look stupid. Then I don't want to look dumb. So I'm like, oh yeah, I remember that. I remember that Chantal reference. And they go, yeah, it just happened. And I was like, oh, well, then I was lying. I was like, which, like, to be fair, it's a surprise that a poop ladle, a ladle of any sort, any kind of ladle situation hasn't already come up, considering the source. So anyways, I don't even know if this is really the clip of where that all comes up, but somebody from my Twitch community did link to a tweet from Stuff K Said, who I used to reference all the time when I did kind of keep up with Foodie Booty. And it's about a 5.5 minute clip that I thought we could listen to together and just hear what Chantal has to say. But Steph K said, wrote in her tweet, Foodie Beauty describes how her illness affected her in the night. Brace yourselves, it's a lot, all right? And I'm just gonna have the audio because right now anyways, Miss Chantal Marie hasn't even been like streaming with a picture. Like it's just her little avatar. She hasn't had the webcam on. So you don't even need to see anything. You just need to hear. And hopefully, I also don't have my laptop. We're listening on just like my desktop PC. So hopefully this is loud enough. Hopefully this comes through. Are you ready? Are you ready, kids? This is gonna be abhorrent. I know it.
So I was going to the washroom diarrhea the first day of this flu. This is my second really bad stomach flu, okay? And I went about 25 times and it was just water, like water coming out.
To be clear, I've not listened to this yet. Also, to be clear, I absolutely will always be a pissin', shittin', and fartin' channel. So I should be used to this, but it's been a while since I've been in the Chantal Marie quarter of the internet. Third of all, I'm surprised that Sala's letting her leave, knowing this information, but here we are.
Out of the back end, Megan, I don't know, I was desperate. So, but then I thought, okay, it slowed down a little bit. I went to bed and I thought, I felt okay when I went to bed. I felt okay. Jake, I swear it was constant. I would get off the toilet.
Constant.
YouTube liver. I would walk up.
Can I just say, it never fails to like make me laugh when she's telling some kind of crazy story about like liquid diarrhea coming out of her butthole, and she goes, "Hey Jake, good to see you in the chat today."
I would get up and I felt like I had to go again, and it came out like water, like at least 20 times. I thought, this is bad. I'm gonna have to go to the hospital. So, what happened was, I felt okay. I didn't feel nauseous or like I had to throw up at all, okay? I go to bed. I wake up at like 4 a.m. by the feeling of like nausea, like my mouth watering, like, oh my gosh, am I gonna throw up?
What?
And actually what woke me up was leaking from my backside, like onto the bed. Like it just came out. It couldn't have happened to a better person. It couldn't have happened to a better person. Oh, I cannot even imagine the feeling of being woken up by shitting your own pants. That is crazy. Sala must have been drooling next to her, though. Could you believe? Or, well, do they even sleep in the same bed? I don't know. But you would think. Maybe he could smell it from across the house in the other bedroom or something. It was so watery that it just came out on the bed. Like, I had no control of my bowels.
It's fine.
And then I thought, oh my gosh, I jump up. Yeah, I know, it's disgusting.
I know, yes.
Fuck, I was so sick. Yep, on the bed. Hairy turd. I'm like, oh my gosh, I'm gonna throw up. I had to get my CPAP off. It was jammed.
Oh, Ooh, triggered. Triggered. I'm triggered. I'm triggered. I just, if y'all don't know, if you haven't checked in, if you haven't tuned in a minute, I'm on a CPAP journey myself. Oh my God, I'm just thinking about the idea of like throwing up into your CPAP. I hope she didn't, because that just is so gross.
I think the hose was jammed in the mask. Hey everyone. I didn't get any on Salah, no.
I didn't get any on Salah. He must be pissed. He must be so mad.
It might have been E. coli, I don't know. I was leaking diarrhea.
Leaking is crazy. Stop using that word.
Actually, he was sleeping because I was sick. He took his, the mattress in the spare room. It's like a small mattress, and he put it on the ground below, or like beside my bed.
Uh-huh.
I dashed, but you know how the bathroom is super, 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 super far away? There's like a sink in the hallway right before the bathroom. I thought, oh my gosh, I'm not going to make it. And I'm thinking in my head, do I barf on the floor or...
Oh, God.
Anyway.
Oh, God.
I end up throwing projectile into the sink. It goes everywhere. Sorry, this is disgusting. At the same time, because my stool was just water, all I hear is psh, like I'm peeing on the floor. Oh my God.
Get out of here.
And when I tell you...
Can I just say, I think you'd have to waterboard this information out of me. Like, you would have to torture me to share. Like, everybody poops. Everybody poops famously. Like, if y'all say you don't poop, you're a liar, because it's a natural human bodily function. But not everybody does this. Not everybody leaks diarrhea to the extent that it wakes them up and makes them projectile vomit into the sink.
Like, the amount of throw up was, like, insane. It was, like, the whole sink was full, and I'm just like, how? Like, how is this coming out of my body? This is so fucking disgusting.
Oh, God.
I had to tell you because it's like a horror story.
You didn't have to tell me shit.
I felt so sick, guys.
You quite literally did not have to tell me shit. Quite literally.
Woman, that diaper, yeah. Well, I did. I made a makeshift diaper to go to bed. I thought I'm going to clean this in the morning, so I put a towel over the sink.
What do you mean you made a makeshift diaper? What do you mean you put a towel over the puke-filled sink? Chantal is nasty. Nasty.
And then I put, like, a towel over the stuff on the ground. And, I went in the shower quick and, like, cleaned up. And then I put I put some things, around so that like Julia's pee pad, like I put one, where around there, so that if that happened again in the night.
First of all, why does Julia have pee pads? Second of all, you used her pee pad to make a makeshift diaper for yourself. Do you have any shame, Chantal Marie? Also, I just, back in the day when she first started dating Sala, or being with Sala, whatever, she always said, like, I can't show you too much about my life with Sala because modesty, which I think we all knew was just, like, bullshit, right? But it's funny to me that once upon a time, Miss Foodie Booty Marie was, like, so modest, and now she's talking about her butthole leaking diarrhea and projectile vomiting into a sink and having to use her cat's pee pads to make a makeshift diaper so she can go back to sleep without her butthole leaking. Also, if there's a world where this is even monetized at the end of this.
But, like, it's not my fault because I don't feel it. It just comes out. Like, that's how sick I was. So...
Oh, God.
I was okay. And then today, I was dreading. I was like, sorry, it's so gross, but this is not the worst part. The worst part
Like, wait, what you already told us isn't the worst part? Your makeshift pee pad diaper isn't the worst part of this?
Was cleaning it today. Oh my I have a fear of vomit, okay? And there was a sink full of, this is gross, but like the chunky, it wasn't just like liquid. It was like, oh God. It was as if everything, it was my fault last night. I thought I would be okay eating rice and chicken and eggplant. Like, it's as if my body did not digest a single thing I ate yesterday. And I had to like take a ladle and scoop it out and then put it in the bowl and put it in the toilet. It was like...
I'm gonna have to put some kind of warning. I'm gonna have to put some kind of warning because I'm about to throw up myself and I don't got a ladle to clean it up. No, I probably do have a ladle in my home, but I don't want to have to clean it up with a ladle. This is disgusting.
The worst. I have a PTSD. It was so disgusting.
Oh, God.
It was so fucking disgusting. I'm sorry, guys. I'm sorry. I know it's disgusting, but you barely chew.
Oh, God. Okay, that's the end of the clip, and thank God. You know who's here to comfort me? You know who's here to comfort me? Oh, you can tell I'm in distress, can't you? You can tell I'm in distress. That was crazy, Bo. That was crazy. Oh, gosh. Okay, after all of that, do I want to sound the alarm? Maybe we should keep the door shut, because that was too much. But, unless... No, I am curious to see what happens with her and where she goes with this. No promises about covering her in the future. And also, if anybody wants to take issue with me covering... Here, sit here, buddy. Me covering anything Girl World related, well, never say never. But also, there are no conditions that make me want to cover Amberlynn again. So don't get it twisted right now. Anyways, I am gonna go bleach my ears. I hope you all enjoyed today's video. I hope you all had a wonderful time. If you're brand new, consider subscribing to me down below. Hit the bell button so you get a notification every single time I post a new video, even gross ones like this. Make sure to leave me a comment, hit like, click share, and follow me on all my social media. I'd like to say I had so much fun today, but I'm not sure I did. Anyways, see you all next time. Bye!